I just need to ask about, you're not allowed to date co-workers here.
Are you asking for legal advice?
Well, I'm just surprised. Would you not see that in a movie?
Sarah is an
Co-workers
attorney,
dating?
by the way.
Welcome to Holiday Film Countdown. I'm Jamie Walter, and today we are going to London and Los Angeles.
That's right. This film is The Holiday, our 7th ranked holiday film. Hello, I'm Tim Walter. Unrequited love, on the rebound. Let's do a home exchange and cozy up for a while.
Our first guest is Sarah Olano. Hi, Sarah. Please let us know what you're drinking and give us a quick thought on the holiday.
Hi, Jamie. I've been drinking rhubarb tea and red wine, which is a strange but delicious combination.
I agree.
My thoughts on the holiday. So I was excited to watch it again because it's been quite a long time since I watched it the first time. And to watch it with more in an analytical way, I really enjoyed. I think that it is a little cheesy, but it also is very entertaining for something that is quite a simple, it's got simple themes and a simple plot, but it's always entertaining.
Yes.
Great. And our other guest is Sarah Botros. Hi, Sarah. What are you drinking? And what's your initial thought on this film?
Hi, I too am drinking rhubarb tea and red wine. Delicious. My thoughts on the movie are it's sort of the equivalent of a beach book in movie form. Entertaining, easy to watch, easy to engage in. Yeah, easy to watch after a long day. It's a great thing to unwind to.
Excellent.
Agree. I am also drinking the rhubarb tea, thanks to Sarah for bringing it. It was delicious. And my quick thought is it's cheesy, but very entertaining. I agree with both of you. And you kind of just fall into the story.
All right. And I'm drinking rhubarb oolong tea from the Austin English Tea Company. It's excellent. And this film is ranked number 7 because we heard about it over and over this year. So by popular demand, here we go with an all-time RomCom classic.
The Holiday was released in 2006. This story was written by Nancy Meyers. Not only did Nancy Meyers write the screenplay for The Holiday, but she also directed this film too.
Yes, let me name some notable Nancy Meyers films. Baby Boom, What Women Want, Something's Gotta Give, and It's Complicated. Plus the 1991 version of Father of the Bride and the 1998 version of The Parent Trap. At least a few of these are top 50 rom-coms, and we'll be counting them down next season. Also, Nancy Meyers wrote Private Benjamin way back in 1980, for which she was nominated for the Best Screenplay Oscar. Exterior filming for this film was in Surrey in southeast England, not too far outside of London, and in areas of Los Angeles. Interior shots were all done at Sony Pictures Studios in Culver City, California. Yeah, and notice that Iris was using a Sony Vaio laptop too. The Holiday stars Kate Winslet, Cameron Diaz, Jack Black, Jude Law, and many others. And we will all discuss them and the rest of the actors and characters in depth later on.
Sarah, what is your history with The Holiday?
I did watch it back when it was first released, not at the cinema, but at home. And I think I've watched it again 1 or 2 more times. But what I do notice about watching movies in England to watching them in America is sometimes there's a lot of background TV in England. We put the TV on, put a movie on, do other things. Mm-hmm. So I've probably watched it that way about 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
But actually sitting down today was definitely my favorite. I was the most focused and I enjoyed that.
Right.
Well, having it on in the background qualifies it as a holiday film in our countdown.
Right.
Because all of these movies are always on in the background.
Yeah.
And have been seen many times.
Yeah.
And Sarah, what's your history with The Holiday?
Oof. I've watched it one other time. I couldn't tell you when that was, but I'm a big fan of background movies. Love that.
Okay, and I've seen it, I'm going to have to guess. I'm thinking 4 or 5 times. it's not one that I watch every Christmas season, but I do enjoy it, and I enjoyed watching it again tonight.
Yeah, I'd probably seen it 1.5 times coming into the countdown and made a point to rewatch it last Christmas when everyone kept talking it up. And then tonight.
All right, let's check out the trailer.
Surprise! On December 8th, Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, Jude Law, and Jack Black
Very nice.
invite you to see new places.
You drive on the wrong side of the road.
Meet new people.
It is Christmas Eve, and we're going to celebrate being young and being alive.
And treat yourself
Someone's having a party tonight. Oh, yeah.
to the comedy event of the holiday season.
I'm not going to fall in love with you.
Nicely put.
The Holiday.
All right, so how did you think the trailer compared to the movie?
Well, the trailers feel good, like the movie is. Even the sad scenes in the movie are feel good. So it showed a little bit of everything. Like all trailers, to me, it gives away too much information. But all trailers do. I can't bear it. I'm like, stop, I don't want to see. So I think it was good. I think it was a bit repetitive because they did the phone call. They did one line from the phone call and then they did the other line, which is the funnier one. And perhaps we should have waited to see that in the movie, you know?
All right.
But all the characters are so cute. All the actors are so cute. So the trailer really makes you want to watch it because they all smile, they all look happy, and
Right.
it's really feel good.
Yeah. Do you feel the same way, Sarah?
Yeah, I would agree. It's not a complicated movie, so the trailer pretty well encapsulates, I think, what you're in for with a movie like that. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good summary.
It was interesting to me that the one scene that, I don't know, I felt like they could have left out of the movie, they put it in the trailer too, which is the one where Miles reaches for the soy sauce when they're out and actually does the boob rub or whatever. Graze, that's what they called it. And I'm like, what was that about? Why did that have to be in there? And then I'm like, they put it in the trailer too.
So it was a longer trailer, right?
Yeah, it seems too long, actually.
It's a 2 hour and 15-minute movie. Mm-hmm. And a 3-minute trailer. So both are long.
Yeah.
So how did we feel that trailer compared to the ones that Amanda made in the film?
Well, it was missing the voice.
Yeah, definitely. And it was much longer.
True. She got brevity.
Yeah, hers were definitely right to the point, but that one, it kept going.
Yeah, the trailer doesn't really leave you with any questions. It doesn't create any mystery. Not that it's a mystery movie, but it sort of summarizes as opposed to leaving
Making
you
you
wanting
wonder.
more. Yeah.
It tells you the relationship between all of them.
Yeah.
You understand there's a little bit of sexual tension between Miles and Iris, but they're still a bit shy with each other because of the boob graze.
Mm-hmm.
Did they show Arthur in the trailer?
No.
No Arthur.
No.
Okay.
It's the only good thing about it.
Uh-oh, coming in hot. Hold on, here we go. All right, well, let's go inside the numbers. As Jamie mentioned, The Holiday premiered in 2006. Also released in our countdown that year were Deck the Halls and Last Holiday. Much lower ranked films in our countdown. This movie totaled $63 million in ticket sales at the U.S. box office and $142 million internationally for a worldwide box office total of just over $200 million. It cost $85 million to make this film, so the net profit was around $120 million. Also, this is Prime DVD era, so they had another $82 million in home video sales. Wow. Any comments on that?
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
2006.
200 million net.
200 million. Wow.
Net.
Is it? I have no idea how it compares to
No, me
Yeah.
neither.
85 million being invested into it.
That's pretty high.
Yeah,
For
it's
a
pretty high.
rom-com, there's a lot of travel involved. We'll get into that in the scenes later, but they spent quite a bit on the sets for this film.
I think it was probably the star power.
Oh,
don't
yeah.
you?
I was thinking,
Just
yeah, the
knowing
actors, right?
Who's
Yeah.
in it? You're like, okay, yeah, let's go.
Right there you go, 5 million, 5 million, 5 million, 5 million. That's 20.
Right.
You're starting at 20, plus the rest of the cast.
No, but I mean, I'm saying star power that people want to go see it.
Oh, the
Why would-
sales.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's
Sure.
that's a lot of money that it made. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. All right. Here are some more numbers. 3. It snowed 3 times in Surrey during filming, which is more than expected and a major plus. They did have a snowmaking machine available, but didn't need it. 4, as in 4 days, which is how long it took to build the cottage used for the exteriors of the film. Sorry, that's not a real cottage.
Yeah, because it was too picture perfect.
It was inspired by a real cottage that was about an hour and a half outside of London, and it was cost prohibitive to go there. So they built that, just a shell, no interior.
I think they could have found a real cottage that didn't look exactly the same, but I think it would have done.
I just kept hearing oohing and ahhing about that cottage, so it might have been worth the money. 5. This is the exact number of marshmallows that Jude Law's character's family puts in their hot chocolate. 283, which is the cost in British pounds to stay a night at the cottage that directly inspired the one in this film.
Oh, £283, yeah. It's not a lot.
All right, and then 5,500, as in 5,500 miles, which is the distance between Los Angeles and London. And for those keeping track metrically, 8,800 kilometers. Finally, The Holiday has a score of 3.6 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and we will all be giving our own reviews and scores later on. Any comments on those numbers?
I wonder how much they could have saved on the snow machine. How much more money they could have made.
Since they didn't even really need it.
How much does a snow machine cost to rent?
I have no idea.
We should know by now.
Nobody
We've been
knows.
doing these films for a
It'd be
year.
good to have a snow party.
The Paramount Theater has a snow machine downtown.
Yeah,
Fake snow. Yep.
they need a ski slope here in Austin with fake snow. Oh, yes. And yeah, I was thinking 283 was that back in 2006 for the rental? The
That's
cottage?
right now.
That's now. Okay, it's quite cheap, isn't it?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
I guess it is kind of far out. You know what I mean?
Far out from London, or?
Yeah, well, it just seemed like it was more in the countryside.
Yeah.
So if you were staying there, you would have to have some kind of transportation if you wanted to go back and forth.
Into London, but the
Yeah.
train will be there and it'd be like 30, 40 minutes. Just outside of London is beautiful countryside.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me that that exists in Surrey like that, like all cottagey and countryside and sheep and everything.
It was beautiful.
I know.
I'm just sad that it wasn't real.
Me too. They could have found one. They didn't look hard enough. They didn't spend enough on those scouts looking
That's
for
right.
cottages.
Well, I feel like this movie is a little different from other of our Christmas films because it's focused at Christmas time, but there aren't a whole lot of decorations. Did y'all see Christmas decorations?
That's so true. There's no Christmas tree in her cottage.
Right. Or in the house in Los Angeles either.
But I think neither of them were feeling very Christmassy.
Yeah, they're not. You're right.
Fair point.
The only decorations I saw were in the restaurant, like holly and
Oh, yeah.
poinsettias.
In Graham's house, they had a tree with presents.
That's true.
Good
There we go.
observation.
That's true.
I would have said no. Under
I noticed
questioning.
lots of presents.
No
You
elves,
noticed.
no Santa, no eggnog, reindeer.
Nope.
Did not need mistletoe.
No.
Do they drink eggnog in
Yeah.
England?
Do they hear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't drink it, so.
We drink it here.
Yeah.
But we also drink the hot chocolate too.
All right, let's get into the characters and actors. And I think by now we've got these names down. So we've got Iris, played by Kate Winslet. She is a British 7-time Academy Award nominee and won the 2000 Best Actress Oscar for her role in The Reader. Also notable are her roles in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and in the 1997 epic blockbuster Titanic, where she played Rose. She also plays the narrator at the beginning of this film. How do we feel about Iris?
She's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like her. She's honest. She's relatable. Yeah, I feel like it's somebody that you can connect with, that you could see yourself in.
Definitely. I agree with that. She's got a good heart and you could have a good chat with her. And yeah, there's definitely things in common. But for me, she just didn't, I felt like she didn't really behave how most, I don't know, it was unexpected the way she behaved, really. I think the most irritating part for me was her relationship with Jasper. It reminded me of Bridget Jones a little bit, this movie, and I understood why she really liked him, but then she was in love with him the whole time, and he came to visit her, and then she just got over him in a second. He said something, and she was like, you can go now. Oh, this last 5 years, I've been in love with you, but all of a sudden, I'm not. And I felt like LA would not have had that effect on her, so that, to me, was a flaw in the character, I think.
Well, she said how she came about that was she had watched all those movies and they were empowering women, I think she said they were about. And so maybe she found that in herself. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I think she was inspired by the guy next door who introduced her to the movies, but it just seemed she was devastated and then she was okay.
I think the word everyone is looking for is gumption.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Sarah.
She just found gumption, like magic.
Yeah, there were a lot of times that I just wanted to take her by the shoulders and shake her and be like, wake up. What are you doing?
But isn't that relatable?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've all been like, wait, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
Why did I do that? But I thought Kate played Iris well, like the look on her face, especially when they're in the office and, you know, he announces his engagement after she gave him the Christmas present. Just like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I just felt my heart like, oh, I don't know, cringe
Well, I
up.
even noticed in the trailer, they showed that scene, and he's making eye contact with her the whole announcement. I mean, he is one of the most evil characters in any of our films, including Willie from Bad Santa, The Grinch, Ebenezer Scrooge. He's in their league.
Oh, yeah, his heart was way too small.
And he was never redeemed. All his other characters are redeemed at the end of the film. He never found it.
Is it okay for two co-workers? That seems weird. Did anybody else take
You're talking
issue
from
with
an
that?
HR perspective?
Yeah. They're all celebrating it?
That they got engaged?
Yeah, co-workers.
Yeah, but once you're engaged, it's okay. Nobody looks back to the past.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I get your point. I thought about that too. We had that in another British film, Love Actually.
Yeah.
And it was the same way. I was like,
It's
where's
not
the
okay.
HR department here? By the way,
People are
back
not-
to the
oh,
numbers.
sorry.
This and Love Actually are our only two films that sold more internationally than US. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I just need to ask about, you're not allowed to date co-workers here.
Are you asking for legal advice?
Well, I'm just surprised. Would you not see that in a movie?
Sarah is an
Co-workers
attorney,
dating?
by the way. Not openly.
Okay, we don't have to answer that now. We don't have to go into whether you can date co-workers, but that is a running theme in many English movies and totally accepted or overlooked.
I think it's harder to get fired in England, isn't it?
You wouldn't get fired for that, I don't think. Yeah.
I believe in the US it has evolved over time. It used to be more acceptable, and now it's not.
Oh.
And I wonder how it is in the UK now.
Probably depends on power dynamic.
Yeah.
Not to get into the weeds.
No.
All right. All right, with that, let's move on to our next character, Amanda, played by Cameron Diaz. She started out as a model and then went on to star in a string of big-name films. The Mask, My Best Friend's Wedding, There's Something About Mary, Any Given Sunday, Charlie's Angels, Gangs of New York, Shrek. All told, her films have grossed over $3 billion. And, fun fact, she was a high school classmate of Snoop Dogg. So, what do we think of Amanda?
I didn't like her.
I love Amanda. I adore Amanda. That's so strange. What don't you like?
Over the top, just overacted, overdid it. Just it was too much. It was too much for me.
Okay. I really like Amanda. She's always excitable and she is over the top, but she doesn't annoy me. She doesn't go too far. She contains all of that excitement. It's almost like it's all bubbling over, but she manages to contain it so you don't get frustrated with her. And for someone who doesn't cry and she doesn't openly show her emotions, I feel like you can see on her face how she's feeling, and her body language shows how she's feeling, but she tries to be like contained and reserved. Oh, she's amazing to me. I think I liked her a lot.
Well, I think Cameron Diaz is beautiful, and she plays this character very well. But as far as liking the character, it's a little hard for me at times. I have to agree with you, Sarah, because it's one moment of nobody has time for sex to the next minute meeting the stranger at your door saying, let's have sex. I mean, it's from one extreme to the other. And I think that's what probably you don't like, and I guess it's so far off from my personality, too.
I think that's what I really like about her. The fact that, and there's a lot of things that happen in the movie like that, from 1 minute to the next minute, a complete change.
Yeah.
What's contradictory for me is that I don't like it when Kate Winslet goes from being in love with Jasper to being out of love with him. And yet when she goes from, oh, no sex to, oh, yes, sex right now, because that makes me think it's about the man. So that just intensifies the love part and the love at first sight, and how you think you feel one way, and then all of a sudden you meet someone and everything changes. I don't want to get married. I want to get married tomorrow, and I think that can happen to people.
That's a good point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun. All right, let's move into the next character, Miles, played by Jack Black. Another very extensive filmography. By the way, Cameron Diaz and Jack Black were both born and raised in Southern California, so they were in their element. His films include The Cable Guy, High Fidelity, Orange County, School of Rock, Nacho Libre, Tropic Thunder, Kung Fu Panda, and most recently, big hit, the Minecraft movie. Plus, he is in a comedy metal band called Tenacious D. What do we think of Miles?
He's one of my favourites. He's probably my second favourite because he doesn't get too much screen. I think if he was on screen a lot, he might not be. But the moments that he has are just brilliant. I love the singing. I love actors that can sing, and that comes out in movies, in the video shop. In fact, the video shop is my favourite scene. Sorry to digress. One of my favourite scenes, because I love how into each other they are. They don't even notice that Dustin Hoffman is there. It's such a great moment that I think is a lot of fun. And I do like how he gets hurt by a woman a little bit, just because the women have been getting hurt by the men and he gets hurt by the woman. So I like that about his character, how he deals with that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
I liked the equality there,
Yeah.
depiction of a man being vulnerable, I suppose.
Yeah.
I like that.
But he does move on pretty quickly.
Fair enough.
He's not as hurt as the two women who go to extremes and have to go on vacations. He just moves on to the next.
He had already started moving on before that.
That's true.
Little moment, right? There was a part of him from that moment with Iris that he had started that process, I feel like.
Yeah, I felt like his character was really goofy, and I thought Jack Black played that character well. I mean, he kind of gets that wild look in his eyes, and it definitely came out in the part where they were in the video store, and he gets all upset to see his girlfriend. But I'm thinking, you're with another woman, too. I just thought that was odd. I'm like, I mean, yeah, he didn't have his arm around her or whatever, and clearly his girlfriend was being more affectionate with the other guy. But I'm like thinking, I don't know. I wouldn't want to see my boyfriend or my husband in the store with another woman trying to pick out a movie that they're going to go watch together.
You're right. Double standards.
I kind of felt that way.
That's a good point.
Fair enough. But she was supposed to be in Santa Fe, right?
Yes. But does
But
that
that's
make it
worse.
any better?
That's worse. She lied about where she was. That's
yeah.
even...
True. I guess he wasn't lying, but I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I still felt like you're doing it too.
So he always plays that little bit of a corny character,
Yeah,
but likable, seems like just a fun person to hang out with.
right.
And I have to ask this table, they say that women are attracted to men who make them laugh. Is that what's going on in this film?
I don't think Jude Law makes Amanda laugh, does he?
I'm talking about the LA scene.
No, Iris and Miles, he's just funny.
Yeah.
She's attracted to funny men. She likes Arthur as well. So she likes to hang around people who are funny.
Jasper was not funny at all.
No, that's true.
There's only one funny guy, Miles.
True. I think he was just giving her attention.
Yeah.
And kind of holding that attention, and I think she wasn't used to that. Because as soon as she would get excited about Jasper saying something to her or showing some kind of affection, it would always come back, well, gotta go now, or his fiance was calling, or he would be taken away, where it seemed like he was there, like he, except for in the restaurant when he runs off.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next character, Graham, played by Jude Law. Another British actor with serious critical acclaim, including television and stage credits. Notable films include The Talented Mr. Ripley, AI, Artificial Intelligence, Road to Perdition, Cold Mountain, The Aviator. He has 2 Academy Award nominations and 2 BAFTA nominations, and the BAFTA is the British Academy. He did win the Best Supporting Actor BAFTA for The Talented Mr. Ripley. What do we think of Graham?
Well, I can tell you what I think about Jude Law. I was thinking then of The Talented Mr. Ripley and how different his characters were. I think he was a pretty good actor. But what do we think of Graham? I think it's a case of opposites attract. He's so emotional and he's so caring, and he wears his heart on his sleeve, and it just matches well with Cameron Diaz, who is a closet emotional person, but she's kind of hard as well. So I think they're a good match. I think he's a lovely character. He's a caring dad, and he's sweet-natured, but he'll also just walk into somebody's house and kiss them and ask them to sleep with him. So he's an all-rounder. What do you think?
I like how they sort of at the beginning played into the character who you thought he was going to be, like a playboy, and then they showed him from another angle to be the caring dad.
Yeah.
Something you weren't expecting.
Yeah, I agree. When he shows up drunk, like, oh, he's been out at the bar scene, agrees to have sex right away, but then we realize there was a little bit of a twist there, and he's actually very responsible and seemed to be a really good dad. And, of course, he's charming and handsome, and so it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to be that good looking to pull that part off.
Yeah.
Because, like Sarah said, comes across as somewhat of a playboy to start, and then moves to the more caring, emotional dad role. And Nancy Meyers did such a good job of writing his character. That was fun, because it kept you interested in those dynamics between Graham and Amanda.
Yeah, I mean, he laid it all out there. I mean, he was first to say, I love you. Mm-hmm. You could tell he wasn't holding back much, right? And she was constantly putting up her guard of, nope, I'm not going to fall in love with you, I promise. This is just a one-time thing. Well, I live in Los Angeles. She kept bringing that up. I'm leaving in however many days. But he was more emotional and more, I feel like it was almost role reversal between men and women. He was quick to show his emotions and to put his heart on the line and lay it all out there. And she was very guarded and, no, I'm not going to do this, even though she did end up falling in love with him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the next character I'll mention is Arthur. We've already talked a little bit about him. He's 90 years old making this film. The actor's name is Eli Wallach, and he was known for Westerns, including The Magnificent Seven and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So he's been around a while, obviously. How do we feel about Arthur?
Tell us, Sarah.
Oh,
how do you feel?
Oh, no. Because everybody around this table and everywhere else is going to love Arthur, but for me, it just changes the whole feel of the film. I felt like he was an unnecessary character. I think he brought Iris's character down as well, the way she's just kind of simpering over him. And she stops and finds him in the street and wants to take him home. I mean, I'd be offended even if I was 90. Like, he didn't need help to get home. Oh, I'm going to really whinge on about him. So I have to be careful. I don't like his false modesty, that he doesn't want to do this little presentation after he's had this illustrious career, and he doesn't want to do the presentation even if he is 90. I enjoyed the scene where they're all around the table celebrating Hanukkah.
Yeah.
That was a great scene, very fun and showed their personalities, but everything else I would cut with Arthur.
All right. How about you, Sarah?
I liked him, and I actually felt kind of the opposite about how, like, the role he played in portraying or helping portray Kate Winslet's character. I thought that by her stopping to help him, that was a way to try to show who she was and the kindness in her, as opposed to it being offensive for him to be asked. And then I feel like he's the reason why she was able to discover the gumption in her. And I don't know, I think I appreciated his hesitancy in accepting the award. I think it would be really awkward to go up in front of a gabillion people, everyone looking at you and applauding for you. I'd feel weird.
Yes, but we're not famous. We'd feel weird. But he's famous. He's lived like that. So it's just one little other, extra little thing that famous people do. But I agree with you about the gumption. But again, I think, he did bring out the gumption in her, but the less said about the gumption that she showed with Jasper, the better. I don't want to be too negative because I do love the film.
Well, I felt like it was a little unbelievable that one minute he can't remember where he lived, even though he's just, a few houses down. He went for a walk, and he's a few houses down from his house, and he can't remember how to get back to this guy who's, I don't know, having dinner with friends and laughing it up and seemed very with it. And the way he's trying to help Kate, like, okay, he still has a lot of wits about him. Like, to me, I felt like that just didn't line up in my head.
Yeah.
But maybe Iris brought that out in him. Mm. Where at the beginning we saw him walking with a caretaker.
Yeah.
And then
we never saw that caretaker again.
But then
did we? I don't think so.
But that may have been a different relationship and not very engaging. But then once he's got some vibrance in his life, maybe it revitalizes his.
I get what you're
being.
saying, and I agree that having meaning connection can totally help you, but I don't think you're going to go from 1 minute not knowing. And he said he had lived there for so many years, like 47 years I've lived in this house, to not, being on the same street, not knowing, But I understand.
I think he was trying to pick up women.
Maybe that was it. That's true.
All right, you really figured him out now. He's very wise. He knew exactly what he was doing, and it worked.
I think he did, and it did work. You're right.
All right, the next few characters I'm just going to mention are pretty much cameos. We had Katherine Hahn and John Krasinski playing Amanda's employees, making the trailers. John Krasinski from The Office and A Quiet Place. Katherine Hahn, numerous films, including one of ours, number 49, Bad Moms Christmas. Mm-hmm. We had a cameo by Dustin Hoffman, who just happened to be in the area when they were filming, and they brought him in for that scene because he was friends with Nancy Myers.
Wait,
that
so
was not planned.
It wasn't planned?
No, just happened.
Just a coincidence. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then in the fake trailer, we had Lindsay Lohan and James Franco.
Yeah.
And apparently they also kind of owed a favor to Nancy Myers. So, because remember, The Parent Trap, 1998, Lindsay Lohan's breakout role, Nancy Myers' film.
Oh, yeah. True.
So, there's that connection. And I have to mention Hal Douglas, who is the narrator of all the trailers. He has narrated thousands of trailers, literally thousands. Some of the titles I just saw were Forrest Gump, Silence of the Lambs, Jumanji, and it goes on and on. But we all knew him in the 90s.
He's got that great voice.
Wow.
He's perfect.
Yeah. So any of those minor characters catch your attention? They were all pretty quick.
Yeah. We made note when we saw Jim from The Office.
Yeah, he was just emerging then.
Yeah.
The series was getting going and starting to get popular, and he found I don't know if that was his first movie role, but it had to be an early one for him. He was still pretty young.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move on to the scenes. Sarah, what is one of your favorite scenes?
Well, tried to go back to 2006 and what it was like, because one of my favourite scenes actually was the phone call where she switches between Jude Law and Amanda, and she says that about, oh, but you've had sex with her, and she's actually talking to Amanda. It wouldn't be my favourite scene if the movie came out now, because I've seen it too many times, but in different films. But
Right.
back in 2006, I think that's fun. It's funny.
Yeah.
So that made me laugh.
Find out how she is.
Okay. My brother wants to know how you are.
Can you tell him that I'm good and that I'm just taking Charlie for a walk in the village? What's he been up to, did he say?
I'm not sure. Do you want me to ask him?
Sure.
Okay. Hold, please. I can't believe that you have had sex with the woman staying in my house.
He told you that?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I thought I was talking to Graham. Could you just hold, please? I'm terribly sorry. I can't believe you've had sex with Amanda. The one thing she asked me was, are there any men in your town? And I assured her that there were not. And then you meet her and immediately get into her knickers.
Still me.
Bollocks.
What's your favorite, Sarah?
My favorite scene, or one of my favorite scenes. I mean, the one I guess that just like sticks out is one that we kind of already talked about. But again, this makes me. She let him in before she even knew who it was. I guess that doesn't count as a favorite, but it stood out.
But it's because I was like, one of my favourite is when they first meet, Jude Law and Cameron Diaz, when she lets him in. Mm-hmm. Because it's shocking. Maybe we'll like that because it's shocking that she lets him in, and they end up kissing. Nothing in that scene is expected. It's a great scene. And you can tell that they kind of like each other.
It was really heartwarming the way that Kate Winslet really, when she entered Amanda's house, and she was really excited about it, and like exploring it, and how big it was, and going to see the pool, and all the huge DVD selection, and then jumping into the bed. That was cute.
I also like the scene where she meets the kids, because the kids are really cute, and again, it's unexpected. And I think some women may be put off if a man has kids, but I really got the sense, and there was nothing that was said to make me think this, but I really got the sense that that's what's missing from her life, is like to have this ready-made family where it just, there was something about it that made it feel really right for her to walk into that family. So I enjoyed that scene.
I agree. I think she wouldn't have been one to be like, oh, I want to be a mother. I want to be,
Right.
But because she was thrown into it, she realized, wow, this is really pretty nice. She seemed to fit in. She interacted well with the little girls. So I agree with what you're saying, but I don't think given a choice, she might not have chosen that.
Right.
Through that character. But yeah, being thrown into it, I think she really enjoyed it. She was so good with them. One of my favorite scenes, and maybe I just think it's one of my favorite because in some regards I can relate to it, but it's when Amanda first gets to the cottage and she's trying to figure out like what to do with herself. She's unpacking, she has everything nice, neat, sorted out. And then she turns the music up real loud and she's just singing her heart out. I feel like sometimes when you have emotions and you don't even know how to handle them, music is such a great way to do that, whether it gets out negative energy that you just need to release. I think I've done this in my car before when I'm by myself and I just turn the music up as loud as I can and I sing as loud as I can. And it just helps, I don't know, release some energy and get you excited. And so I love that scene when she's doing that.
Have you gotten caught by the person next to you in the car next to you?
I don't think so. If I have, I didn't notice. I was too wrapped up in the song.
Good job on that. You're doing it right then.
You've reminded me of another one of my favourite scenes because after the music and the dancing, she gets in the car and goes down to the village. And I love that when she's cringing. Like, she's cringing when she goes past the lorries and the other car. And she's like, is there enough room? And she tries to make herself small, which obviously she can't make the car smaller. But it really makes me smile. I know that feeling.
Right. Well, my question is it really that hard to drive the opposite of what you're used to? I mean, if you know how to drive, don't you know how to drive?
I feel like I can
I've never done it, so I'm asking.
I just did it this summer.
Okay. Was it?
And it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't.
Yeah.
You just have to remember to keep the white line on whatever side it's supposed to be on the whole time, and then you're good. It really isn't so bad, especially if the thing is on the other side too, the steering wheel.
Right.
But when you're in Africa, I think the roads are a bit different to England.
Maybe.
Right? I don't know, because I've not been, but in England they're so windy and small and narrow, and
Fair
it's the
enough.
other side. But I don't know what they're like in Africa.
Just long.
Long and...
Not windy.
No. Long and straight. You
Yeah.
just stay there.
Yes, fair enough.
Straight line.
Very easy.
But I don't know. I think it's easier to go from England to America than it is to go from America to England.
Okay. This is corny, but I think my favorite scene is when Iris is bonding with Miles, when she's talking through everything she's supposed to do, she needs to do to get rid of Jasper, trying to help him get rid of, I think her name, Maggie, his girlfriend Maggie. And I just like that interaction there was moving their relationship to a different place, because I felt like they were going forward and part of their old baggage was falling off, even if they didn't realize it right away. But it was preparing the culmination there. And I just felt like it was well written and well acted.
All right. What about Sappiest? There were a few. I mean, mine's going to have to be the announcement of the engagement. I really felt that hit in my stomach for her. You could just see her hope, and she's handing him the Christmas present, and he's like, oh, you're so wonderful, because she got this special edition of this book, and so thoughtful. And then the next minute, they're announcing his engagement to someone else. I'm like, wow, that was really stick a knife in your heart type moment.
That was Kate Winslet is the best actress in the world moment to me.
Oh, really?
Incredible. Yeah, she's so good.
Just the look on her face, how she handled it. That
45 seconds.
Yeah.
The sappiest for me is when Cameron Diaz runs.
Yes.
You too?
Yes.
Yes. She's in the car. It's snowing. She's already said she's been cold there, and she decides to get out and run. And then she's out of breath, and then she keeps running, and it's so silly. She should have just stayed in the car.
And with heels on.
Yeah.
In the snow. Slippery.
That was going to be my hot take. Who's going to run in heels down a snowy road? I mean, I'm sorry.
She learned the first time, and then by the time the 2 weeks were up, she knew how to do it.
Fair enough.
Remember the first time?
She walked, down the road.
But you got to walk before you run.
Okay.
It was to show how much she's grown since she first got there, when she stumbled down the road, so she just ran. Oh, that's a metaphor for how she was feeling.
There it is.
All right, let's move on to quotable lines. Do we have a quotable line we want to bring back?
Oh, yes. Can I go? Because I don't want anyone to steal mine. I have two. And the first one is, I haven't been busy since 1978. I love it. And the second one is, you look like my Barbie. The kids, when they turn to Cameron Diaz and she takes her jacket off and she looks so good, and they say, you look like my Barbie. I just love how kids can, like, bring you down, you know. It's great.
That's good.
I tend to hurt women just by being myself.
Oh.
And call me old-fashioned, but I don't have sex with women who are unconscious.
Oh, yeah.
that might be, as he said, problematical. Which stood out to me. Did that stand out to anybody else? Why isn't it just problematic?
That was not proper.
I didn't notice.
I caught that too.
Thank you.
All right, mine was, I want to eat carbs without wanting to kill myself.
That was problematical.
There you go.
Maybe I can relate to that. Another one was, I wrote it down, but now I'm having trouble placing it. I think it might have, I don't know if it was Amanda or Iris that said, I'm looking for corny in my life.
Oh, yeah.
Which one
I think
was
it
that?
was
It was
Iris.
Iris.
Okay. Right. Because he was he's like, oh, I don't know why I said that was so corny. And she goes, I'm looking for corny in my life.
Yeah.
She did. After being around Jasper, totally needed that.
Although Jasper's pretty corny.
Yeah.
I mean, what a corny guy.
Okay, yeah. Disingenuously corny.
Yes.
She was looking for genuine corny.
Yes.
And she found that.
Right.
All right, I have a couple. One is Arthur to Iris. He said, "You're a leading lady behaving like a best friend." And then the other one was when Iris says to Miles, "Did you know she was a bad girl?" And he goes, "Well, I sure knew that she wasn't good."
Yeah, those were good.
I
Yeah.
like that. That was well written.
Yeah.
You go, Nancy Myers.
I have one more of at the beginning of the film when Ethan is standing out yelling to Amanda and she's like, "Did you sleep with her? Did you sleep with her?" And he's like, "Yes, I slept with her. Are you happy now?" And she comes back and goes, "Am I happy?" You know, I thought that was great. Now we're going on to the moral of the story, which we talked a little bit about it. But what do you think the moral or a good character arc is in this film?
I think it's complicated, I suppose, is one way to put it. It's complicated because the message I was getting was you're the same person. You can't escape yourself, right? You go from LA to England, you're still who you are. You go from England to LA, you're still who you are. But if you are open to new experiences, you can find true love. You can find new connections.
What you're missing in life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe the grass is greener on the other side.
Yes. It does rain a lot more
For
in
once.
England. Yeah.
It can be.
Yeah.
What about character arcs? Who has the best or biggest change from the beginning to the end in this film as a character?
To me, I think it is Iris because she was basically the doormat and she allowed that and then she realized, I think, well, she got gumption, as we kept saying, in the end. And so I think that was good for her to see. I think Amanda definitely changed, but I think she always had that in her, that side of her. It's just her life. Sometimes life can just drag you down a little. And I think her job was dragging her down.
I think it's good what you say about moving. The people who moved went over to a different country and they're still themselves, but it's actually the people that moved that had the biggest changes, like Iris and Amanda, for sure. Like Jude Law didn't change at all, and Jack
Right.
Black neither. The only person who did is Arthur, I suppose, who was in the same place, and he changed a lot. But yeah, it was, and it links to the moral of the story that if you take risks, then you find good change and good outcome. Like you can evolve.
Definitely.
Okay, next we have hot takes. What do we have in that area? I know, Sarah, you already had one about Arthur.
I won't talk about poor Arthur again.
Do you feel like they portrayed the British properly?
I think Jude Law is a good British person, but he
Are they
would
all
be-
like that?
No, I would say he's a good British woman. Let's put it like that. Like, you said before, like it's like the reverse, because Cameron Diaz was more how you would expect a man to behave, and Jude Law more how you expect a woman to behave. And I think women are kind of, I think of him as an English woman. Yeah. Do they portray the British properly? I just really like how Cameron behaves when she gets there. And how she's so excited, but then everything kind of irritates her and it's difficult and it's small and it's narrow. And the way Iris behaves when she gets to LA, it's like, wow, the TV, the pool, the space. So it's very stereotypical, their first impressions of each country. Yeah.
Any hot takes?
I'm going to have one about Iris. It's about her personality because when I was watching it, I was like, okay, of course she's letting Jasper use her and she keeps hanging on because she loves him, even though it's clear that he is never going to be that way. He morally just uses her or just wants her as a friend, their friend card. And then when Miles pulls up in the car the first time, you could see a little bit of a connection, like she kind of liked him. But his girlfriend was in the car. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're liking another guy who's already in a relationship. And I'm like, does she do this to herself?
Can't escape yourself.
Right.
So that's her pattern.
That's just my hot take. Yeah. Because I was kind of like, wait a minute. What are you doing?
So she needed Arthur to break that pattern.
And she also gets very close to him on the sofa, Jasper, before she even knows. The last she knew, he was engaged.
Exactly.
And she doesn't ask that question until it's already gone too far.
Right.
So there's a little bit of hypocrisy there.
Yeah, I think so. That's my hot take.
Okay. I don't have any for once. I usually have 3.
I know. He usually does.
Y'all were good.
All right. Then we'll move on to the parent guide. So it's PG-13. Do we feel like this is appropriate?
Gosh, PG-13 back then. Oof. Who knows? Now? Yeah. It's PG-13 now.
Yeah, there's nothing risque or graphic or anything, but it's what it teaches people, I think, and like young minds.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, is there anything wrong with it? I don't know. It's realistic, so.
I think it's appropriate.
Yeah.
I think so. For 13 and up.
One F word that keeps it PG-13.
Really?
Yeah, you can get 1 or 2, then you're R.
Back in the day, but not today, surely.
It's still that way.
Okay.
They'll push it a little bit. Can't go crazy with it. You'll be R.
How many were in this one?
I counted 1.
Just 1.
That should be in the numbers part.
We had a lot of numbers already.
Is that when she couldn't open the gate? Was it then? There was a...
I don't remember.
Am I allowed?
I just remember it.
How many can you have in a podcast?
Depends on what the movie's rated. We can have 1 or 2 in this episode. All right, let's move on to the soundtrack. Quite the soundtrack here. We have an orchestral score by Hans Zimmer in the background, and a little bit of a signature tune to it, if you notice at the beginning and the end. Hans Zimmer composed the music for Rain Man, Driving Miss Daisy, The Lion King, Gladiator, Dark Knight trilogy. Powerhouses there. Some big ones. Mm-hmm. Regular songs included Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by James Taylor, Winter Wonderland by Darlene Love, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Ella Fitzgerald, Santa Baby by Kylie Minogue, and then a couple of pop songs. At the very end, You Send Me by Aretha Franklin, and most notably, as Jamie mentioned earlier, Mr. Brightside by The Killers, and The British Love The Killers. That song spent 472 weeks on the UK charts, and that's the all-time record.
And
Wow.
I love the Killers.
Yeah.
I do.
I love that statistic. Wow.
472 weeks.
We do love that song.
That's
It's-
years.
That's the
8
last
years.
song at every nightclub.
Really?
Yeah, everyone dances to
It's
that.
not
Goes
closing
crazy.
time?
Oh no, there's a lot. There are a lot actually, but that's one of them.
So what do we think of the music?
I mean, I liked it. I think it's good. Maybe that's why I could relate to it, because I like the song.
That's also a large part of the budget here because there are some big songs. So that adds up pretty quickly. I only named about a third of the songs.
Wow.
And Hans Zimmer is not cheap.
Right.
And he's great.
I mean,
And Jack Black.
There you go. I wonder if they included his music in his $5 million contract. Or if he got a little bonus for that.
Was it his music?
Probably Hans Zimmer wrote it and
for
Jack
him.
performed it.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
guessing.
Yeah.
The
Like,
little song he wrote for Arthur, that was nice.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
that
that.
had to be Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, I think so
That was
too.
cute.
It was. Okay, well, Sarah, what would you rate this film, 1 to 5, and why? And remember, it's a 3.6 on Letterboxd, so you can use decimals.
I would rate it 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's very entertaining as a holiday movie should be. I think it gives you a lot of things to think about, a lot of hope, a lot of excitement, and it makes you realise that things can change in an instant. So I really like that it puts that message out there. I've rated it. I thought about restaurants when I rated it because I thought if it's a 4.5, then I'll definitely go. But I'm a little. I've got a few reservations, which is like this movie. There's a few little things, but I would definitely go to watch it again. Anything under 4.5, I don't go to the restaurant. So yeah.
All right. And Sarah, where are you going?
I'd give it a 4. I think for its genre, its category, I'd give it a 4. It's engaging. It's pleasant to watch. Keeps you, I think it's engaging. I think it's a good holiday movie. I think a lot of them, they can lose your attention because they're predictable or they're, I don't know, they just get cliche in a way that is just either icky or boring. And this one had, an arc, I guess, that you could kind of predict, but it was still fun to watch.
Great.
And I'm going to go with a 4.2 because of all the reasons that both Sarahs just said, that I loved it. But there were a few things that did bother me a little bit about some of their characters that I mentioned earlier. And I think I would have liked, I get that they weren't in the holiday spirit, but for a Christmas, I think I would have liked to have seen a little bit more Christmas in it.
Okay. Going 4.6. It's been hyped all year. Like I said, if you listen to our episodes, many people say this is their favorite. And so there's kind of been some anticipation here, and it lived up to it. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes, but it moved along. It kept our attention. We're here late on a Monday night, and we're still awake, and we're engaged. So I like the acting. The writing's incredible. The whole feel of it with the settings. Yeah, 4.6.
All right. Sarah, would you recommend this film? And if so, to whom would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I would recommend it to people who believe in fate and who are kind of idealistic and believe in magic, because it really plays to those themes, I feel. And I like it because it does make you believe in love, and it gives you the idea to do a housing swap. And I think that's a wonderful experience, even if you don't find love.
That's good.
And Sarah, would you recommend it? And if so, to whom?
I would recommend it to anyone looking for a nice pick-me-up. I think it's a great watch for that.
I agree. I would recommend it to anyone who loves a good love story. I always say I'm a sucker for a good love story, and this is a good love story going on here. It's a little bit of a different Christmas film, I think, than the typical. You don't see like other family involvement that much. I know that they have brother and sister relationship, but there are no parents involved. There are no, that you kind of typically see. We don't see a whole lot with the little girls at Christmas time. So the kid thing, it's more of an adult type Christmas setting. So it's a little different, but I like it. And I think pretty much young adult and up would like it.
Okay. I would recommend it to anyone who is kind of given up hope or is lonely during the holidays or is tired of the, as Sarah mentioned earlier, cliche type films. You want a change of pace, a couple of love stories, and maybe you feel like you went on a trip. So go for this one.
Okay, so Sarah, what is your favorite holiday film?
My favorite holiday film is Love Actually. I adore that movie, and I've probably seen it, maybe about 4 or 5 times. I cry every single time. I really like how many little storylines there are and the different characters, and obviously how they're all intertwined. But I love short story love stories. Yeah, I think sometimes on the long film, and that's another thing about the holidays, it's very long to have the same characters and the same love stories. I like those short, sharp love stories, so that's why Love Actually is my favourite.
Okay. It's a good one. Number 13 in our countdown.
Yeah?
Yeah. And Sarah, what is your favorite holiday film?
I'd have to say While You Were Sleeping.
Oh, that's a good one.
Classic.
We did that one. It was somewhere in the low 30s.
Ooh.
Fun.
What about Sleepless in Seattle?
That is a pure rom-com.
It will be coming.
Next season.
Okay. Sarah, is there anything you would like to promote?
Well, I will just say that if after watching The Holiday, if you fancy a little bit of English tradition and culture, come for afternoon tea at Austin English Tea Company.
Excellent.
The tea tonight was excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I've been over there. Cool place.
England? Austin English tea. You have. You should come again. You should bring Jamie next time.
Yes. We got to do that.
Yeah.
Sarah, is there anything you'd like to promote?
I think the Austin English Tea Company.
Thanks, Sarah.
All right.
All right. Thank you for joining this discussion of our 7th ranked film, The Holiday. Please like, follow, and comment on this podcast.
Yes, please share and spread the word about Holiday Film Countdown. Thank you, Sarah Olano.
Thank you.
And Sarah Botros for joining us. And thanks to all of our listeners. Next week, we're moving on to our 6th ranked film, which will take us to New York.